Falling in like a figure 8. So many birds! Some beautiful view. Okay, just headed back to Bode's, which is like the gas station in Abiquiu. And that's also the bus stop to be able to get back to the trail. On the bus, back to Ghost Ranch with all the hikers. Made it to Ghost Ranch and instantly felt like we were walking into the set of a Western movie. In fact, it had been used for many Western movies. Famous movie set. Going up. So what's nice about the CDT versus the AT, the AT, a lot of people are what they call themselves purists. Like you can't miss a single foot, a single section of the trail, or else you're missing out. On the CDT, it's a little more of a choose your own trail. So right now, the trail is actually up on that ridge, but there's a thunderstorm coming, and we just did not feel like it was our safest option to go walk. Hold on, stop beating her! To be walking on the side of a ridge during a thunderstorm. So we realized we could take the road right around, and it still connects back, and it's a little lower elevation to be safe. So that's what we're doing. And now it's time for the epic javelin throw. Here we go. Yeah. Not quite the javelin throw of a few seconds ago.
Where's that from?
Okay, the clouds are looking crazy again. Can you see them? They're like bubbly looking. They're crazy. By later in the day, it no longer looked like a Western set. In fact, there were lots of dandelions. Wave. Oh my goodness, I didn't go very far from the spring. Like I got some water at a spring. I was looking at it, it was like right on track. Checked my location, what I thought was only like 5 minutes later. And suddenly it was like a half a mile off trail. So the next thing I know, I'm like cutting cross country, trying to get back to the trail. Finally saw another hiker, and I know, like, oh good, back to the trail. She's like, yeah, this is so confusing. I look at the map, no, she's not on trail either. So I found us back to the trail. Camera's pointing down, I missed it. But now I'm trying to outrun a thunderstorm, trying to get to camp before it gets overhead. It was crackling pretty good for a half second there. So, it's like everywhere I look. Not quite, but a lot of the sky is filled with thunderclouds. Only straight ahead is decent. So, Sporks and Natty are planning on stopping about 2 miles ahead for the night. So I'm just trying to make it there before I get all wet. To quote Robin Hood, "To the trees! To the trees!" That's gonna be my safest spot. At least way safer than being the only thing out in that open field. Okay, safety. Sixth bout of hail. Ha, ha, ha. So the storm has passed, so I'm able to keep going. I'm almost to camp, and oh my gosh, the mud is awful. Look at that, look how much mud is on my shoes. I'm sliding all over the place between how thick it is and not having any tread left, basically. And I've been trying to go uphill with what feels like an extra 2 pounds of weight on each foot of mud. Oh, it's been a hard climb. Oh, chunk came off. Nice. Oh my gosh. This morning I felt like I was in a Western movie. Now I feel like I'm in England, out on the moors. Makes me think of The Secret Garden. Yeah. Yeah, this water, mud, does not help. Yeah, the feeling of the moors, I mean. So I made it to the spot where Sporks and Natty said they were going to be, and they weren't there. Then again, there also weren't spots to camp at that spot. So I kept going, and I don't know if they're ahead of me, like they just didn't get the water they needed, so I kept going, or if I passed them, because the trail does go back and forth across the road, so I don't know where they are. I kept going, and it just became like open plains, and then the rain came, and I was getting soaked. I'm not in the trees, but I at least found like a little ledge. Well, it's not quite a ledge, but a little valley that I'm on the side of that helped block some of the wind. But it is pouring right now. I really have to pee, but I don't want to go out until it's done raining. So, currently eating my dinner in my tiny little bivvy, but I am staying dry. Struggling to stay warm, but I know that will be fixed if I eat.